Okay, here we are again. This is lesson 8 of drawing a 1963 Corvette Stingray. And what I've started to do is on the left front corner, I have started to darken up the area between the darkest part of the body, which is right next to the highlight on the fender. And it goes all the way back to the rear end of the car. So I have started to do that. And what this is going to do is make it quite a bit more dramatic by having the two extremes, very dark and very light, exactly next to each other. And it also will help us show the contour of the side of the car. Now, I will warn you, this is going to look a lot weirder than it does right now because you're going to see it without any work being done on the highlight, and it's not going to be stark white like this when the car gets done, but for right now it is. And that's a way to let me see what the color values are all across the car. So I'm not going to play around with the highlights yet. I'm going to save that as just plain paper, in this case Bristol board, and then afterward then I'll start coloring that in to make it so that it's of a comparable value to what the photograph is, so that it looks believable as what you might find. But you see on the side of this car, on the upper part, as it comes down to the belt line, there's a curve in there, and the fender is curved down to that midpoint line. So that's what I'm trying to show here, is that there is a contour change, and that's why this is the way it is and the way it's going to be. We'll do a lot more of this tomorrow. We'll really start to accent the shape of the body, not just the flatness of it, and not just the color of it. And it'll start to look like the car probably next lesson. Not next lesson, lesson after that. For right now, it's going to look a little weird because it looks kind of like a cartoon. It's going to be extremely dark and then extremely light. So after we can get some of this down on there, then we'll start to make it look more realistic. Right now it's going to look, like I say, kind of cartoony, but it won't always. It'll look good. Trust me on that. Okay, just working past the door here. And there's a door handle on there too, so I'm trying to make sure I keep that reserved also, so I don't screw it up, and so you can still see that it's on there. This car is really going to look great, I think, once we get it done. It's such a cool car. It's got all these weird angles and light on it, and that big glass, two-piece glass in the back, and all the rest of that. It's just a spectacular car. When we get done with the body too, then we'll get to work on the wheels, and the wheels have like about 82 spokes on them that are cast into the wheel, and they really look good. I mean, they're spoked kind of wheels, but they're not regular wire spoked wheels. And being inset like they are, and then with that chrome cover on the inside, and then the knockoff or phony knockoff on the outside, it really looks great. Like I say, I really love these cars, and I think it's going to look just dynamite when they get it done. So we're headed the right direction. Like I say, to you, you don't know what it's going to look like yet, but I do know how this is going to go, and I'm pretty sure you're going to be thrilled when you see it. But this is the kind of thing you can do. I mean, you know, you're able to do this just like I am. It just takes time. It's just a matter of pulling out a pen and sketching up something you want to draw, and then away you go. And it is just so relaxing to do. This is the high point of my day when I sit down at the board and I do this. If it weren't for doing the blog, I'd do a lot more of this every day. It's just, I'm afraid that a lot of people wouldn't want to sit around to watch me do this for hours a day. So I do it less per day now, so that I can have one of these lessons a day, and it kind of gets me working on a regular basis, and so things happen every day, and that's a good thing too. Good to have structure. Anyway, it's coming along great, and I know I'm really just gonna love this car when it gets done. Looking good. Okay, getting down close to the end here. I'm going to stop just about when I get to the end of the fender there. Okay, yep, just about there. This is going to be the whole one side, but you'll see a lot tomorrow, and I hope you come back because you're going to be surprised how it turns out. Thanks. Bye.